Okay, so you guys will not believe who just came for low-rise jeans. I'm talking about a major fashion icon, someone who could literally wear a garbage bag and make it a trend. But even they were like, nope, hard pass on this comeback. It's crazy, right? Celebrities criticizing fashion trends is nothing new. But lately, it feels like everyone's got an opinion on what we should and shouldn't be wearing. And let's be real, when these stars talk, people listen. Their words have the power to make or break a trend, which is kind of iconic if you think about it. So sisters, get ready to spill the tea because today we're diving deep into the world of celebrity fashion critiques. The good, the bad, and the downright savage. So, you know how it is, right? 1 minute a celeb is on Instagram rocking a certain look, and suddenly everyone's out there trying to recreate it. It's like a domino effect. One post can set off a chain reaction. Everyone wants to be in on the latest trend, to feel that connection to their favorite stars. It's like their stamp of approval is everything. But then, just as quickly as they can make a trend blow up, they can also turn around and be like, actually, this is so over. And when they do that, it's like the whole world stops and pivots. The power they hold over fashion is almost surreal. And it's like, whoa, hold up, what changed? It's this constant push and pull between celebrities endorsing brands and trends and then, totally switching up their vibe and slamming the very things they were promoting yesterday. It's almost like they have the power to rewrite the rules of fashion on a whim. It's confusing AF. Remember when those chunky platform sneakers were everything? Every influencer and their dog was wearing them, and I'm not gonna lie, I was living for it. They were everywhere, from high fashion runways to street-style blogs. It felt like a revolution in footwear. But then, some big-name celebs started calling them clown shoes and saying they were bad for your ankles. Suddenly, the shoes that were once the epitome of cool were being ridiculed. It was like a fashion whiplash. And just like that, the trend was over. It's wild how quickly things can change in the blink of an eye, you know? One day you're in, the next day you're out. It's almost like fashion has a mind of its own, constantly evolving and shifting. And it's not just about individual pieces either. Sometimes it's entire aesthetics or fashion movements that get caught in the crossfire. Whole styles can be deemed outdated overnight, leaving people scrambling to keep up. Remember when everyone was obsessed with the whole minimalist, monochromatic look? It was all about neutral tones and simple silhouettes. It was a breath of fresh air, a break from the chaos of bold patterns and colors. And then, boom! Some celebs started saying it was boring and lacked personality. They criticized it for being too plain, too safe. It was like they flipped a switch and suddenly minimalism was out. They were like, where's the color? Where's the fun? And suddenly everyone was back to embracing bold prints and vibrant hues. It was a complete 180, and people were quick to follow suit, ditching their minimalist wardrobes for something more eye-catching. It's like this constant battle between what's considered in and what's considered out, and honestly, it can be exhausting trying to keep up. The pace at which trends come and go is dizzying. 1 minute you're feeling yourself in your latest outfit, and the next, you're questioning your entire wardrobe because some celeb decided to throw shade. It's like your fashion choices are always under scrutiny. It's a roller coaster, I'm telling you. The ups and downs of fashion trends can be thrilling but also overwhelming. It's a wild ride, but for many, it's all part of the fun. Okay, so let's get real for a second. Public critiques, especially in the world of fashion, can be both brutal and enlightening. Celebrities are known for, speaking their minds, right? They have this platform and they use it to voice their opinions, sometimes with no filter at all. And when it comes to fashion, they definitely don't hold back. Whether it's on the red carpet or at a high-profile event, their opinions can make or break trends. We've seen some seriously savage critiques go down on social media, red carpets, and even in interviews. These moments often go viral, sparking debates and discussions. There was this one time when Celebrity One totally called out Trend One for being unflattering and dated. It was a bold move that got everyone talking. They were like, honey, it's time to move on. And honestly, it was a wake-up call for many. And then there was that other time when Celebrity 2 threw some major shade at Trend 2, saying it made everyone look like they were stuck in a time warp. The comment was both hilarious and cutting. I mean, ouch. The reactions were priceless, and it definitely made headlines. But it's not always about being shady or mean, you know. Sometimes these critiques come from a place of genuine concern or a desire to see the fashion industry evolve. Sometimes these critiques come from a place of genuine concern or a desire to see the fashion industry evolve. They want to push for positive changes and improvements. Like, remember when Celebrity 3 spoke out against the pressure to be super skinny and embrace unrealistic beauty standards? It was a powerful moment that resonated with many. They were like, all bodies are beautiful, and we need to celebrate diversity in fashion. This message was a breath of fresh air in an industry often criticized for its narrow standards. And that was such an important message, you know? It sparked a much-needed conversation about body positivity and inclusivity. It's about time we see more inclusivity and representation on the runway and in magazines. The fashion world is slowly but surely catching up. And then there are those celebs who use their platform to advocate for sustainability and ethical fashion practices. They are making a real difference. Like, Celebrity 4 is always calling out brands for using sweatshops and polluting the environment. Their activism is inspiring and necessary. They're like, we need to be conscious of the impact our fashion choices have on the planet. And that's so true. It's a call to action for everyone. We can't keep turning a blind eye to these issues. The fashion industry has a significant impact on the environment, and it's time we address it. So, yeah, celebrity fashion critiques can be a mixed bag. They can be harsh, but they can also be eye-opening and transformative. Sometimes they're savage, sometimes they're insightful, and sometimes they're downright inspiring. They challenge the status quo and push for progress. But one thing's for sure, they definitely get people talking. These critiques spark conversations that can lead to real change in the fashion industry. Okay, so you guys know I live for a little bit of drama, right? I mean, who doesn't love a good story with a bit of spice? Especially when it comes to the glitzy world of celebrities and fashion. And let me tell you, the world of celebrity fashion critiques has had its fair share of, seriously controversial moments. From red carpet disasters to runway mishaps, there's always something to talk about. I'm talking about those times when a celeb said something that just blew up the internet and divided the fashion world. You know, those moments that make you gasp and immediately check Twitter to see the reactions? One of the most iconic examples of this was when Celebrity 5 dissed Trend 3. It was like a bomb went off in the fashion community. This trend was huge at the time. Everyone was wearing it, from A-list stars to influencers on Instagram. And then Celebrity 5 came out and was like, this is the ugliest thing I've ever seen. People were shook. It was like the fashion world stopped for a moment. Some were like, yes, queen, tell it like it is. They felt validated in their own dislike for the trend. But others were like, how can you say that? This trend is amazing. It was a full-on debate, with people passionately defending their fashion choices. It was a whole thing. Social media was on fire, and everyone had an opinion. And then there was that time when Celebrity 6 criticized Trend 4 for being culturally insensitive. This wasn't just about fashion, it was about respect and understanding. They basically said that it was appropriating another culture, which is a serious accusation in today's world, and that people needed to be more mindful of their fashion choices. It was a wake-up call for many, and that sparked a really important conversation about cultural appropriation in the fashion industry. It made people think twice about what they were wearing and why. But honestly, one of the most controversial things a celeb can do is criticize another celeb's outfit. It's like breaking an unspoken rule. Remember when Celebrity 7 wore that outfit description to the event? It was a bold choice, to say the least. And then Celebrity 8 was like, what was she thinking? It was so shady. The comment was like a dagger, and everyone felt the sting. But then again, that's kind of what we sign up for when we follow these people, right? We crave the drama and the unexpected twists. We want the drama, we want the gossip, we want the fashion critiques. It's all part of the entertainment. At the end of the day, whether you agree with these celebs or not, their opinions definitely have an impact. They shape trends and influence public opinion. They can start conversations, challenge norms, and make us question our own fashion choices. They can start conversations, challenge norms, and even influence the way we think about fashion. It's a powerful thing. And even influence the way we think about fashion. They have the power to make or break trends. And that's kind of powerful, don't you think? It's amazing how a single comment can ripple through the fashion world and beyond. So we've talked about a lot of different aspects of celebrity fashion critiques, but let's recap the main points, shall we? First of all, we established that celebs have a huge influence on fashion trends. They can literally make or break a trend just by wearing it or talking about it, and that's because we look up to them for inspiration, right? We want to dress like them, we want to have their style. But this influence also comes with a lot of responsibility. When a celeb endorses a trend, they're basically telling their millions of followers, hey, you should buy this. And that can have a huge impact on sales and brand perception. But it also means that they need to be mindful of the messages they're sending and the potential consequences of their words. We've also seen how celebrity fashion critiques can be both positive and negative. Sometimes they're used to uplift and inspire, like when celebs advocate for body positivity or sustainable fashion. But other times, they can be used to tear down and criticize, like when they slam a particular trend or another celeb's outfit. And that's kind of the double-edged sword of celebrity influence, you know? It can be used for good or for bad. But one thing's for sure, it's always entertaining. Okay, sisters, so we've spilled all the tea on celebrity fashion critiques. Now it's your turn to get in on the action. What are your thoughts on all of this? Do you think celebs have too much influence on fashion? Or do you think it's all in good fun? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel for more juicy fashion breakdowns. Until next time, stay fierce. Alright babes, that's it for today's video. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss out on any of my future fashion breakdowns. I'm thinking of doing a deep dive into the Met Gala looks next, so stay tuned for that. And as always, remember to be kind to one another. Embrace your inner and outer beauty and never be afraid to express yourself through fashion. Love you guys so much. Mwah.